Thanks for joining us on this program, Property Doctor. We talk about buildings, the built environment, and the management. How we can manage the buildings, maintain the buildings, and the structures to help us save lives, save time, and save money. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up by clicking the like button. And if you are new here and you want to join this family, I will really appreciate it if you tap the subscribe button. And also one more thing, click on the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever a new episode comes up. My name is Fumi Amunega Ajayi, also known as your Property Doctor. You can connect with us on Facebook, on Instagram, and on YouTube like you're doing right now on Property Doctor NG, and on Twitter at Property Doc NG.
I'm coming. If you hand over to government to maintain, the budget the money and share it.
To live in that particular place that the house is. So it's supposed government will be compensate them so that and pay them and relocate them to where they are going and build another house for them.
Careful engineering and management to meet human needs. People migrate continuously. You can't stop them, mostly from the rural areas to the urban areas, searching for a better life. But when they get to the cities or the towns, even to different continents where they expect to get the best, with their little or no income, they tend to create a problem in the system, especially in the urban areas, if there is no provision for them. Here, I'm talking about the people migrating to the urban areas in search of a better life and end up staying in shanties. And actually, when you see them, you will feel for them. You will have pity on them. Apart from migrating to the cities, to the urban areas on purpose, some people are compelled to move away from the rural areas to the urban areas because of their safety. For instance, those people whose villages are under attacks by terrorists or bandits or war and what have you. Those who have their lands polluted with things like oil and so on, they tend to move to another place or the urban area. Most developing countries need to have this plan and execute this particular plan we'll be talking about today, and not wait until there's a problem before we can do something. It's good for us to be proactive. Housing is very important, and these people need a roof to cover them. And you know, we need to do something very fast. You see, when they get to the towns, they find out that everything is different compared to where they are coming from. So we need to provide homes for them, because homes or shelter is very important. This particular episode should be looked into by all. I mean, the government, the investors, individuals, and even the migrants themselves. They need to look at this particular plan we are talking about today. We'll be talking about sheltering the urban poor. So what is the meaning of urban poor? The urban poor are mostly or generally the overflow of the rural poor who had migrated to the urban areas in search of alternative appointment or employment and livelihood, say a better life. These include laborers who do variety of casual jobs like different kind of menial jobs, and the self-employed who sell a variety of things on the roadside. These people engage in various activities just to survive, and they are expecting a better tomorrow. So in this particular category, you see people who sell mostly by the roadside. You see people doing menial jobs like truck pushers, like they call them here in Abuja, Mebaro. You see different sets of people just trying to survive. So let's look at the general causes of this migration. In Nigeria, the surge to the cities has been caused or encouraged by different factors such as insurgency, rising wave of insecurity, like I mentioned earlier, like a climate change, like rising cases of internal displacement or maybe lack of economic opportunities in the rural areas. Then you have high inflation, you have biased social and economic development, infrastructure, and even the planning. The urban poor are those who live in the cities and towns without basic needs. For instance, you have those who push the cart, like I mentioned earlier. You have the street cobblers. You have those who trade on the streets illegally. They just stay there trading. And sometimes you even have beggars, those who pick things, or scavengers, as we call them here. They go to dustbins and they keep picking maybe plastic or iron or metal, different things you see them picking. We have seen a lot of demolition of illegal structures and shanties in the urban areas lately, and a lot of people lost their homes or places of businesses, and of course places where you see illegal movements, homes and so on. All of them were destroyed, or majority of these areas were destroyed. This effort by the government is commendable, but there are still some people who need help in these areas. Now let's plan for them. My recommendation, in my own opinion, is that we should provide amenities they need. What are the amenities that people need to have so that they can be comfortable in their homes? We need good shelter with proper planning, not just building anything, but good shelter with proper planning, portable drinking water. We need a constant power supply for them. Yes, it is their right. They need to have that as well. We need good drainage and a drainage system in those areas. We need schools, we need markets, we need hospitals, we need police station, fire service station, we need waste disposal systems, and for those who go to church or the mosque, they need good religious centers, properly planned. And we also need recreation centers like parks for people to be comfortable in those areas. These are some other things, those things they need to make them comfortable. We need to plan for these people so that they can migrate in peace, and those in the urban areas they are coming to meet will have peace, so that we all look forward to a better future and even think properly. This will help us socially and economically, psychologically, mentally, even health-wise, when everybody is at peace in the environment. So how do we get this done? How can we provide these buildings for the people coming into town, because generally they always migrate to town? We need to provide opportunities for those who need their own homes. That is, make land available to them. Make the homes affordable. You can watch a video on cheap and affordable homes on YouTube. That's Property Doctor YouTube. You can also watch how you can use money. You know, money is the cocoa of this matter now. How you can get money to build those homes for the people. We need to get mortgage institution like the banks or special banks or financial institution to provide support for the people coming into town. And we need investors to come in as well. Where we don't have investors coming in, right now we need to have maybe bonds or other means of raising funds to finance these housing scheme. You know, housing takes a lot of money, and those investors who will be willing to invest, we need to raise this fund to build the houses for them. We want a secured system to invest money. Now, when these people come into town and you're giving them a facility to build, they need to get their money. And, you know, they need to get their own money to be able to pay for these services that are being created for them. So we have to create jobs. We need jobs for them to ensure easy repayment. You know, most people want to invest and get their money out quickly, but some people can wait. So that's why I said you need to get other means of getting funds for people to invest. You can watch our video on how to pull funds together to build homes. If you are in any of this category and you need help, you can watch a video on how to get money to build a property. We need a cheaper method of construction. We can use alternative building materials, because the price of building material right now has gone up so high and everything is so expensive. So we can get alternative material. You look at different styles of building to make it cheaper for you. So we need the manufacturers, the producers of cement, tiles, steel, and other materials to support here. So let's look at ways we can just bring down the cost and make things better for everyone. Now, there are some materials we use in the construction sector, and some of them can be recycled. So if you have any material that can be recycled, we can recycle them and use it in construction, so that we don't keep on using money, wasting money on these materials and they are wasted. For instance, you can recycle, if it is plastic, you can recycle it, and paper, you can also recycle paper. All these will help bring down the cost of construction. We have been talking about shelter for the urban poor. We're not happy to see homes demolished and people rendered homeless because they did not do the proper thing. So we are trying to see how we can plan ahead so that people who come in will have something good for themselves. For farmers who left their rural areas because of safety, maybe because of insecurity, if I put it that way, in my own opinion, I think they should be given some farmlands in addition to the homes, so that they can support themselves and their families. Also, they can improve the economy. You know, when they are coming from those areas, all they can do is just farm. So when they come to the cities, you still leave them to farm, but you give them some areas. There should be areas that they can have opportunity to farm. They can create something for themselves. They can farm and sell whatever it is they have from their farm, and at the same time they can feed themselves. So let's look at the types of housing that we can provide for these people. We're looking at low-cost housing. You know, some places they say low-cost housing estate, just something that is cheap. This is what we need, like modular housing, fabricated system that can be easily put together. You know, you can put them together and you can also easily separate them at any time. And you have a shorter construction time when you're using these fabricated buildings. And you have less waste, and they are durable. Also, you can have access to skilled craftsmen when you're using this fabricated building. If you don't get the fabricated building, then you just go opt for the low-cost housing estate. What again do you think will need to make people comfortable and enjoy this life we all have to live once? You can call in or send a message to our number on 0903 123 9999. You know, we've been having the demolition of properties in town, and these illegal structures that are pulled down for one reason or the other, because there are so many reasons why these buildings are being demolished. We need to put a system up for these people so that they can come in and have a safe home. Not that somebody will wake up one day and find out that his building is being demolished. I know they give them notice that they should not build, or that they should even remove the structure before you say the demolition. But let's plan. This is what we need to do about the urban planning, urban and regional planning. So let's plan for the urban poor. They are part of us, and they should be part of our responsibility to take care of them and make sure they are safe. And also, we are safe. Thank you for being with us today on the program, Property Doctor. I hope you gained something. Please click on the subscribe button and also on the notification bell if you have not done so, so that you can get notified whenever a new episode comes up. Until then, see you next week, and bye.
I'm coming. If you hand over to government to maintain, the budget the money and share it.
To live in that particular place that the house is. So it's supposed government to will compensate them, so that and pay them and relocate them to where they are going and build another house for them.
Careful engineering and management to meet human needs.